Hey HC Kids, my name is Steven. Welcome to the first ever daily drop video we're doing for the HC Kids TV YouTube channel. Basically, the point of these videos is to kind of go over some of the verses we're using to cover the topic for the month and give you a new perspective on it. The topic for this month in particular is forgiveness, and the verses I want to take a look at today are from the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verses 23 through 24. And if you watched the HG Kids TV episode from Sunday, you are familiar with these verses as Pastor Chris and Kyle both kind of went over them a little bit. But I want to go over them a little bit more, maybe offer a different perspective, some of my observations, and maybe some ways that you can apply the verses to your own life. So the verses in question say, suppose you are offering your gift at the altar, and you remember your brother or sister has done something against you. Leave your gift in front of the altar. First, go and make peace with them. Then come back and offer your gift. Now, for some of you, you may hear those verses and think the word altar sounds a little odd, like you've never heard that before. Basically, think of it like you're at church. So, or HC Kids, or maybe you attend a different church. So imagine you're at church. Jesus is saying that even when you're at church, even when you are singing to God, or you're dancing, or you're listening to a Bible story about him, he's saying that even there, you realize that there's someone you haven't made peace with, you haven't forgiven. You need to go tell them you made peace with them. Tell them that you love them and that you forgive them. Now, I know for you boys and girls, that's might be a little odd to think, oh, you're telling me to just leave church in the middle of service and go forgive someone. Well, not exactly. I realize that none of you probably take yourselves to church. So in those situations, maybe a better way to handle that is to maybe look for one of your leaders. If you have free time, ask them to pray with you, to remember and give you the courage to forgive other people. Maybe you just go off by yourself and say a prayer. Maybe you find one of your friends so that you can remember that when you get the opportunity to forgive that person, you're able to, you're ready for it, I should say. Because what I learned from these verses is it sounds like Jesus is saying that, well, yes, in the Bible it says that singing praises to Jesus is important. Jesus likes those things. He's saying if you do these things but you don't love other people enough to forgive them, then you're not doing it right. He wants you to forgive other people because he forgave us. I don't know about you boys and girls, but I make mistakes all the time, and Jesus still forgave me. So to me, I feel like it's only right that I show others that same forgiveness. So basically, Jesus loved us, he forgave us, and he wants us to forgive other people. So think about the people in your life. Try to think if there's anyone in your life right now who may have done something wrong to you, and maybe you haven't forgiven them yet. Maybe, and I know sometimes it's hard. I'm not saying that this is super easy, but I'm saying that it's one of the best ways to show that we love other people is to forgive them even when they do something wrong to us. So I hope you found any of that helpful.